I hope you're having a good Saturday. This is Jamey from Stegmaier Games, and I just thought I'd pop online and play a round of Rolling Realms because why not? It's Saturday. It's good day to play games today. Um, I am going to, as usual, teach uh, 3 different realms for Rolling Realms and play a round of it. And so today we're going to play with Euphoria, My Little Scythe, and Pendulum. I'll explain how those work in a minute. The core construct of Rolling Realms is that you play through 3 rounds. I'm just going to do 1 here today. And in each round, you have a different combination of 3 realm cards. And on each turn, any player is going to roll 2 dice, and then each player will use the results of those dice in their realm. So you use one of those dice in one of your realms and the other die in another realm, and then sometimes you can use resources that you gain to create other dice or to manipulate those dice and use them in the 3rd realm as well. So let's start off with Euphoria. So the way that you play Euphoria is that you can take a die and write it down in one of these realms. So if I roll a 5, I can cross off the 5 here in this area, and then I'll look at the sum of all the numbers that I've crossed off in this area, and I get the resource of the benefit based on the range. So for a 5, if that's the only number I've crossed off, then the sum is 5, and that's in the 4 to 10 range, I get a star. See Scott popping in the comments here. Hey, Scott, I hope you're doing well today. The nice other bonus for Euphoria is that if 2 5s are rolled, so these have to be on the rolled dice themselves. So if a pair shows up on the rolled dice, not manipulated dice, just on the rolled dice, then you can use, so say 2 5s show up, I can cross off then both 5s and gain the benefits for both of those areas individually. You look at the areas individually. So that's how you do Euphoria. And you still, in that case, get that other 5 to use in another realm. That's just a special pairs bonus you get for Euphoria. For My Little Scythe, we actually have another pairs bonus in My Little Scythe, but a little bit differently here. So My Little Scythe is one of the easier realms in that you cross off a number, and then you gain the corresponding benefit. So again, with a 5. So if I can cross off this 5 and I gain a heart, or I can cross off this 5 and I gain a pumpkin. However, if at some point, so say this turn I cross off a 5, and on a later turn I then cross off the other 5, I've then completed a pair between these 2 areas of My Little Scythe, and I get a coin for that. Coins are really helpful for creating new dice in Rolling Realms. That's My Little Scythe. And last, we have Pendulum. So in Pendulum, early on in the round, I will be circling these octagons. So I can use any number, doesn't matter what the number is, to circle an octagon, and right away I don't get any benefit. I'm just setting myself up later so that when I decide to complete one of these hourglasses, so if I cross off, say I cross off a 5, and then on a future turn I cross off a 4, I complete that hourglass, and I gain, at that moment, all of the things printed in the octagons that I've already filled in, that I've marked off, that I've circled. And they stay circled. So it's kind of an engine building aspect, so that if I circle, say, a star and then a pumpkin and a coin here, when I finish that hourglass, I get the star and I get the pumpkin and the coin. And then later on, say I get a 6 and I cross off and complete this hourglass, I also then get the star and a pumpkin and a coin. Or if I filled in other octagons at that point, I'll get those benefits too. So you're circling these to get those benefits later when you complete these hourglasses. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down real quick and let's jump right in and start playing. It'll be a little hard to see, but I'll talk my way through it here. So for the first roll, a 1 and a 3. And so I'll write this down over here. So you can just write it down on this card so you remember what you get. Jim here from What Board Game. Jim actually just posted his review. I don't know what his review is of Rolling Realms, but he posted it on What Board Game. And Jim asked, will I do a Rolling Realms realm? And Jim, I will. In fact, we have one right here. So this will be one of the first promo packs that we release. This is a Rolling Realms realm for Rolling Realms. I haven't shown what that realm looks like yet, but I have shown the promo pack. So we have a 1 and a 3 here. I like to cross off Pendulum early so I get benefits later. And Euphoria, let's see. Let's go for, might skip Euphoria for this one. I want to wait for some pairs over there. So let's get a heart for My Little Scythe for that 1. And then I'll use the 3 to get a heart and a coin over here for Pendulum. And that's it. Jim says he was joking, but Jim, that is for real. That is a real promo back, a Rolling Realms realm for Rolling Realms. For turn 2, we have a 1 and a 2, another low roll. That isn't terrible for this combination of realms. In fact, this is pretty good. For my little scythe, I will now cross off the second one. And because I now have a pair of ones, I get the extra benefit of a coin. So I get the pumpkin for that one, and I also get a coin because I've completed a pair there. So I'll get a pumpkin and a coin. You can see what you can do with these resources by looking at the key on your resource guide. I'll show you once I start to use them. And for Pendulum, I use the 2 to get this pumpkin and a coin, I think. All right. Roll 3, turn 3. Got to shake that a little bit. I wasn't watching that. Okay, 3 and a 4. When the dice add up to 7 like this, when you have a 3 and a 4, you can use 2 coins if you have them available to copy one of the dice to essentially create a new die to use in the third realm. So I might do that if I can get a coin with the first die. Let's see if I can pull that off. 3 and a 4. Still haven't gotten any pairs for Euphoria, but I like 4s in Euphoria because that gets me right in the middle of this star range. So I'm going to go ahead and use a 4 over here in Euphoria, and that gives me a star right away. And then the 3, I think I'll continue to work towards Pendulum. I'll fill in a star there. And I think I'm kind of hoping for a 6 for Pendulum next. That would be great if I get a 6 on this third roll, on the fourth roll. Tim is chiming in here. I'll roll first and then read Tim's comment. There's a 3. Oh, a pair of 3s. Okay, that'll be good for Euphoria. I'll show you how Euphoria works for that in a second. Tim says, what's my high score? Mine is currently 46. I'd also like to hear about your favorite realm. I think Tapestry, Tim says his wife's favorite realm is Tapestry. Tapestry might be my favorite realm as well. I like polyomino puzzles. That's what Tapestry is. My favorite score I don't know offhand, Tim, but 46 is a really great score. Well done with that. I've been playing more on a round-by-round basis lately because of these live plays rather than full game scores. So we have a 3 and a 3. So I can do the Euphoria thing with that pair. So I can cross off both 3s, even though I'm only technically using 1 die, and I get the benefits for both. So in this area, 3 plus 4 is 7, and so I get a star. And then over in this area, 3 gives me a coin because it's in that range. So I get a star and I get a coin. And I still have the other 3 to use in another realm. And I think in fact, I should have done this earlier. I really should have created a die a little bit earlier, but I didn't. I will cross off a 3 in my little scythe to get a pumpkin. And then I'm going to use a single coin to create a 1 value die. So you can use coins to create different values of dice. So if I crossed off 2 coins, I could create a die of value 2. I'm going to create a value 1 die for Pendulum to cross off this 1. I don't get anything yet, though, because I haven't completed that hourglass. All right, that was a 3 and a 3. Here are the numbers so far. If you want to catch up really quick, you can freeze there and catch up. All right, turn 5. 4 and a 5. So getting some higher numbers now. 4 and a 5. I could use the 4 in Euphoria since I can't get pairs there anymore for that purpose. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's do that. Let's use the 4 over here in Euphoria. So that gets me another star. And then the 5, let's put the 5 in, let's put the 5 in my little scythe for a heart. 5 heart. And I might use another 1 value coin to just mark off another star here. Pendulum, we're a little bit behind though. With only 4 turns left, we have to use some. So the only way to break that rule, the rule is that you can only use you can only activate a realm once per turn. But you can break that rule with 3 pumpkins. So we'll see if we can work that out. All right, turn 6. Another pair of 3s. All right, let's see what we can do with that. A pair of 3s. That would be great for Euphoria, but I've already done the pair of 3s over there in Euphoria. Okay, this will help with my little side. So I'll use one of the 3s here to get a heart. And then that completes a pair over in my little side. So I'll get a coin. Oh, and I didn't explain the hearts for my little side. For my little side to get stars, I'm sorry, you need to, my little side actually looks at the total resources you've generated that round in each category. And it wants you to have 6, to have gained 6 of each resource, or 6 per resource. Even if you've used them, that's okay. You just need to gain them. So I really need to up my resource production via Pendulum. So that's one of the 3s. The other 3 I'll use over here in Pendulum. Still doesn't complete anything, which is unfortunate. And then over in Euphoria, let's create a 1 value die to mark off over here, and that'll get me another star. Because over here in Euphoria, 1 plus 3 plus 4 is 8, which is still in that star realm range. So I'm not getting resources from Euphoria, but I'm getting a lot of stars from it. All right, turn 7. 5 and a 4. For these final 2 rolls, let me know what you are hoping that I roll, so I can try to roll those numbers. But we have a 5 and a 4 here. 5 is good in my little scythe again, so go ahead and do that. I'll get a pumpkin, and I'll get a coin for completing a pair. Pretty good on pairs in my little scythe right now. The 4 I can use in Pendulum, so yeah, I'll do that. I'll use a 4 in Pendulum. And Jim's looking for a 6 and a 1. I'll try that in a second, Jim. A 6 and a 1. Over in Euphoria, I really should... I have 2 turns left. I don't think I need to push it yet in Euphoria. Although a 1 value die will be great in Euphoria, so I'll go ahead and do that. So 1 value die over here will get me another star in Euphoria. Yeah, I only need a 2 in Euphoria, and those stars are complete. All right. Scott needs 1s and 2s. Jim needs 6s and 1s. Let's see if I can get at least a 1 and a 6. That would please both of them. A 6 and a 3. Sorry, guys, no 1s there. But a 6 and a 3. This is turn 8. 6 and a 3 here. 6 is great for Pendulum. So I will do a 6 in Pendulum, which gets me a lot of stuff. It gets me 2 stars. It gets me a pumpkin. It gets me 2 coins. And a heart. All right, so I might revisit Pendulum in a second because I'll need to double up there a little bit. That was for the 6. I have the 3 to use now. 3 is useless in Euphoria unless I manipulate it, and useless in my little scythe unless I manipulate it. What do I need to do here? Let's manipulate the 3 down to a 2 and put it over here in my little scythe and get another pumpkin out of it. That gives me 3 pumpkins, which can help with some things. And then I can use some hearts to duplicate. Yeah, let's try. Can we do that? This might be more beneficial. I'm going to use 3 hearts to copy one of these dice. I'm going to copy the 6. I'm going to use 3 pumpkins to manipulate that down to a 5. And because I use 3 pumpkins, I can use that imaginary die I just created in a realm that I've already activated this round. So that'll be Pendulum again. So I get 2 more stars, a heart, 2 coins, and a pumpkin. Jim wants 2 1s. I kind of want a 2. I'm rooting for a 2 here, but I see the need for 1s and 2s here. So final roll. I need 1 more heart as well. Yeah, okay, final roll. Give me a 2 and a 1. That's what I'm calling for. 2 6s. Well. Okay, well, that is actually pretty good in Euphoria, but not for stars. How in the world do we do this? Sorry, guys. This was not even close. Guys and girls, everyone who's playing. 6s are not close to what you all requested there, and I apologize. That is a Stegmaier error, and we'll make sure that doesn't happen again. But for now, we got to use these 6s. I might as well use them in Euphoria. It takes away the perfect round in Euphoria, but I think that's okay. Well, let's wait, actually. Let's create a 2 value die and use that over in Pendulum first, because that completes Pendulum and does some big things. It gives me 2 coins. So note that I'm doing this. I am using an imaginary die before I even use the dice here. You can do that in any order. Gain a pumpkin, gain a heart, and I got the 2 coins, and I get the 2 stars. Pendulum is perfect. I now have some resources left, and for my little scythe, I wanted a 2. You have to try to use the dice. If you can use the dice, you need to use them. Basically, is the spirit of the game here. So I need to use the 6 in my little scythe. I'll go over here and get a pumpkin. And get a pumpkin for my little scythe. And now I still have the other 6 over here in Euphoria. I think what I'll do though in Euphoria is double up a little bit. I'm going to create a 2 value die and put that over here in Euphoria, which gives me the star. I'm then going to use 3 pumpkins to manipulate, but 3 pumpkins lets you change the number by plus or minus 1 or even 0. So I'm not actually going to change a number, so that I can use one of these 6s over here in Euphoria, which gives me the double 6. Actually, this is just getting resources at this point, but it's fun. So I get 2 pumpkins and 2 hearts. This is going to be an awesome round. This may be my best round ever. Let's see. Post your scores in the comments if you can. Let me know what score you end up with. I know you're probably doing some math right now. I wonder if I could do even better, but I'll just leave it at that. Because with my little Scythe, I have enough resources to get all 6 stars. So I am getting 18. So extra resources you have left over at the end of the round are 0.1 stars. I see a 15.8 from Josiah, 16.7 from Jim. Scott has 16.3. Some really nice scores there. 14.6 for Joshua. I think I'm looking at an 18.9. That is probably my best score ever. So here are the numbers. I need to add those 6s here. Here are the 6s there. If you want to play against this score later. Sorry, I always feel bad. Well, I don't always. I hardly ever have the high score here, but I don't feel bad about it. I had fun with this, and I'm really happy that you all played along with me on this Saturday here. I'll probably be back tomorrow or in a couple days and on an ongoing basis. So I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you for joining me. And if you catch this video late, feel free to post your scores and comments and what you want in the YouTube version of this video. That's where I'll generally see comments after the fact. All right. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.